Prince Harry certainly knows how to grab the headlines, but as ever with the ex-royal, is this working out to his advantage or as ever disadvantage? Let me explain. Hi, good morning. Neil Sean here. Nice to see you. Hope you're well today. Whatever you're doing, as I often say, I know, but do keep safe out there. Look after yourselves. Make sure you take your vitamins, whatever you've got to do. It's hard, isn't it? Have you got the vitamin stuff, the vitamin drinks? Have you got all of that? By the way, I was reading earlier today that apparently you shouldn't be drinking Diet Coke if you want to lose weight. I've often thought that, haven't you, though? You never see a thin person drinking diet drinks, do you? And I don't know about you, but if I'm going to have a Coca-Cola, and it's not often because I think it's too sugary now, gosh, showing your age, aren't you? But I often think if you're going to have it, you might as well have the original. At least there was some taste in it. The diet one, oh, it's like toilet cleaner, isn't it? You think, why would you want to drink that? Back as ever, though, to your breaking roll story of the day. This story really centres upon the fact that the success, of course, of Prince Harry's book Spare, you can't deny it. It's been incredibly successful for the ex-royal, selling many millions of copies. But as I've told you before, it's going to take a lot more copies to sell than the simple fact of Harry revealing too much in a book. A lot of people felt the stories were very distasteful. But it's interesting to note, isn't it, that his ghostwriter, who was paid allegedly $1 million to write this book, of which we've now found out was mainly done via Zoom and various chats, well, have they actually fallen out? Now, as ever, let me explain. You see, I don't know if you understand how a ghostwriter works, but basically you tell them their story, your story, and they kind of knock it into some kind of shape. What emerged, apparently, according to JR, the ghostwriter, Mollinger, I think he's called, is the fact that, he felt there was a few battles with Harry and he wasn't necessarily going to get all of his own way. The bigger story also that apparently was Harry felt he wanted to settle scores with everybody who crossed him. But as he pointed out, this really wasn't the idea of an autobiography. It's not the deal that you do. Interesting stuff. Until, of course, you dig a little bit deeper. Now, really, was this JR giving his take on working with the Prince? Or indeed, was it what they call an early spring summer push in PR terms? You see, the bottom line is this: Penguin Random House are hoping that people that go on holiday now, take a break, all that sort of stuff, will in fact either download the audio version or indeed download the Kindle version, the computer version to take with them and read on holiday. They need those sales. So, according to a very good source, and as ever, we have to say allegedly, by sort of creating some inner feud by, the ghostwriter saying it wasn't an easy ride working with the Prince, and it's not coming from him because they realise that people are actually a little bit fed up now of hearing about moaning Harry and his life. Who better to get to spin it than the ghostwriter who's being paid so much money? So if you're wondering exactly where this story truly emerged from, it is as ever through marketing. And it's marketing aimed at you because if you haven't picked up the book now, as I say, or downloaded it or plugged into the audio version, they're hoping, the backers, the publishers, Penguin Random House, that when you go on holiday, this time around, you may just take Harry with you. Will you? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.